To all you freak skeets and wrestling fans out there, guess what I got to do? I went to WrestleMania 30. Holy shit, dude. This is fucking awesome. Alright, I know for a few months or whatever, I've been saying that I wasn't going to WrestleMania, but something very fucking special happened, and I got to go. So fucking awesome. I'm going to be showing y'all some pics now throughout the whole video. I'm going to show off some different pics and stuff that we took during the event and everything. Most of y'all know I live in Louisiana, but y'all is broke, you know. I didn't worry about trying to get tickets or nothing. I went to a couple of different shows. I actually went to a Colt Cabana show Friday night. I'm going to make a different video about that, and we'll talk about that later or whatever. But I went to that show Friday, whatever, you know, had a fucking blast, you know, came back, you know, chilled out. Woke up Saturday or whatever, and I had a direct message from Mick Foley. That's right. So, I checked the message, and Mick Foley asked me, he's like, yo, bro, you going? Of course, he didn't say, yo, bro, that's me talking, whatever. But he asked me, yo, bro. He asked me if I was going to WrestleMania 30. I said, no, I can't really afford it. That's why I went to each other's little side events that were happening. He's like, well, I got 2 tickets, and if you want them, you can have them. My treat. Well, fucking right, dude. Hell yeah, I'm going to take them. I live like an hour at the most from New Orleans, depending on traffic now. But, like, yeah, so fucking right, I'll take them. He direct messaged me on Twitter and asked me if I wanted them. Yes, I'm going to take them. So what ended up happening, if y'all don't know, I don't know how he popped up with 2 free extra tickets, but I know he was doing this WrestleMania raffle. So if you was following me on Twitter, you would have seen me retweet it a bunch of times. It was like for the Rain organization and benefit and a bunch of different stuff like that. It was this raffle for some, you know, to support stuff. And I'm sure tons and tons and tons of people bought, you know, raffle tickets. I ended up sitting with the raffle ticket winner. I forget his name. He's on my Twitter. But yeah, I ended up sitting with him. I guess his old lady. Maybe not his old lady. Maybe his sister. Because guess what? I rode with my sister. You're going to see some pics. The chick was my sister. She was like, just the closest way to get a ride. And yeah, she was the best way to get out there on that moment notice. Because it was a last minute thing. And so yeah, me and her fucking went. Dude, it's alright. So you had to pay $20 for parking. Okay, I don't mind that. It was $9 for a motherfucking beer in that bitch, and it was like $4.50 for a Coke. Food wise, I don't even know. I didn't even want to fucking know. But goddamn, $9 for a beer. Holy shit. So yeah, needless to say, we bought 1 Coke. But let's see. Basically, like I said, I ended up sitting with the WrestleMania raffle ticket winners and Mick Foley's kids. I'll show off a pic of that too, where I show the kids, which actually Sharita took that pic. That's my sister's name, Sharita. But yeah, we're sitting there. I got to sit there and chill with the WrestleMania raffle ticket winners and and Mick Foley's kids. Mick Foley was up top doing some other stuff for WWE, so I didn't actually get to sit with him. But yeah, just being able to sit with his kids and watch the event was fucking awesome. And the fact that he thought of me, it was like, yo, TerriblePain, you know, do you want these 2 tickets? He thought of me personally, so that's fucking some shit. So I definitely thank you a lot. I definitely consider him a friend, and I thank him so fucking much for this. Yeah. Anyway, on to the event. We fucking get there, bro, right? 75,000 people. I fucking hate people. I'm anti-social like a motherfucker. If anybody knows me, like really knows me, they know this. I just hate people, especially crowds of people, man. Like, I tried to go take a piss at one point, right? So I tried to go take a piss at a few different points. And I just had stage fright just because there were so many motherfuckers in there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, God, not stage fright. I just couldn't do it. There's too many fuckers. Like, I'll whip my big old Indian dick out. I'm just playing. It's a joke. But, no, I'm just fucking Native American, huh? But, I just, you know, just stage fright. There's too many people. There's bathroom small and stuff. And you got, like, you know, 40, 50 dudes trying to get in here, all, like, touching shoulders and shit. I'm like, oh, God, I can't do this. Nope. Too fucking close. But yeah, so we went there, we got there, we actually got in our seats probably about 4, and nothing actually happened in the ring till 4:30. They had that little pre-show with the tag team title match. That should have been on the card itself, I think. I'm not going to really analyze a lot of these matches because I was there, so I loved every fucking thing. I don't care if they botched or what the fuck ever, I loved it all. So I'm not really going to analyze any matches like that. But, so you start off, right? Hulk Hogan's music hits. I fucking pop. I'm a Hogan fan. I was a little Hulkamaniac when I was 4 or 5, eating my prayers and saying my vitamins. check it out. Fucking, yeah. But I was definitely a little Hulkamaniac, and even NWO Hogan, so fucking, I popped when that happened. And the first thing comes out there and says, like, something, welcome to the Silver Dome or some shit. And we just started booing his ass. It's like, they did it again. We're over here yelling, Super Dome, Super Dome. Now, like, they're definitely not ringside tickets, because that would have been a shit ton of money for Mick Foley to buy all of them tickets for 3 of his kids, 2 of the WrestleMania winners, and the 2 extra ones he ended up with. So yeah, that would have been fucking. That would have been way too much for wrestling ringside. The tickets themselves are like 175 a piece or some shit like that, or 200. So I think it says 100. Oh, something like whatever. But yeah, we wasn't ringside, but we was close enough. I can see all the shit in the ring and wear my glasses and all that shit. She didn't zoom in on none of the pics, so none of the pics are going to be zoomed in. Too bad. And if I do, it's probably going to look shittier on the fucking thing, but whatever. But I could see it all. It was fucking awesome. It definitely wasn't fucking front row, but definitely was not bad seats. They had, there's so many. You had 2 tiers of nosebleeds for one way above us, and like way more fuckers back here behind us. We was in the front row, the first, if it says row 1. We was in the first row, front row of like when the shit starts to go up on the floor. So you got like all the floor chairs, right, which is kind of close to the ring. Then it starts to go up for the first time. We were right the fuck there, which is still pretty fucking close, dude. That's fucking awesome. Like I said, I popped for Hogan. He did all that shit. We booed him. We yelled Superdome. He finally said Superdome. Then Stone Cold's music hits. I fucking popped again. Goosebumps, nigga. Goosebumps. I fucking sat. Yeah, I popped, bro. And then The Rock's music hits, and I pop again. Holy shit! Like. It was already leaked, and WWE already said it, that Stone Cold was going to show up, so I knew he was going to show up, and I know what form or fashion, but it wasn't known that The Rock was going to show up there. Like, somebody seen him in New Orleans, but hell, you can see a bunch of wrestlers in New Orleans. It's fucking WrestleMania, and it's New Orleans, shit. But, yeah, so I popped hella hard when they both came out. Of course, I popped the hardest for Stone Cold. I was in there throwing up arms, flipping the bird, all that shit. Motherfuckers in there drinking beer with Hogan and The Rock. Awesome, awesome time. I loved every match. I'm going to try to keep this short. I don't want to go on for too long. I loved every match just because I'm fucking there. I got to see it live, so I don't care what the fuck happened. I loved it. Being there for like Triple H's entrance, him coming out there looking like fucking old Shao Kahn from fucking Mortal Kombat. That's my first thought when I seen that fucking face mask or whatever. Then his real entrance hence. I'm a big Triple H fan, so I was cheering him and everybody else is booing and shit. And then Daniel Bryan's music hits, and you have 75,000 plus people. Yes, and fucking goddamn, bro, that is one hell of experience to be in the middle of 75,000 people and them all chanting yes for Daniel Bryan. That is a hell of a fucking experience. As far as, we'll go ahead and fucking go to the main event. As far as him winning a title, he deserves it. We talked about this plenty of times in LTW Live. It was definitely his time to get it. You can look at the crowd, bruh. There's not that many people over the years that have got that big of a reaction from motherfuckers and had the fans stay with them like that. You only had certain people like your Stone Colds and your Rocks, motherfuckers like that. And Daniel Bryan's looking like one of them people with the crowd reactions nowadays. When you have all 75,000 motherfuckers plus, 75,000 plus chanting shit, that's a hell of an experience. And everything fucking, it was awesome. He deserves it. Well fucking deserved. I'm happy about that. Every other match, let's see, they had the Battle Royal, right? Of course, even I thought Big Show was going to win. But Cesaro ended up winning. And if you go back into my LTW lives, I've then told you that he's going to be an up-and-coming star, and he will be getting pushed. I said this months ago that he deserves it. He's a motherfucker that y'all should look out for. And check it out. They're pushing him. I think this is a motherfucker, because him and Zack Swagger got into it during the pre-show, if I'm not mistaken. And then, yeah, he came out there and he won the fucking Battle Royal thing, or Royal Rumble, whatever the hell you want to call it, Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial thing. But, they need to push him. They need to start go ahead and start letting Cena go to the back like he is. Randy Orton too, and let Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, these other motherfuckers come up and beat your main stars. Like, it's happening. Like, you got Daniel Bryan up there, but he's done before. It's like Cesaro. Like, even Mick Foley predicted it like before it fucking happened. Like, watch, he's gonna become big. But he predicted it after I said it. I was first, son. I was first. But yeah, I thought Big Show was going to win, but I'm very happy with the outcome because he deserves it, and he deserves a good fucking push. He needs to be on top. Him and Daniel Bryan should be having world championship matches. That's what I think. Let's see, some other matches. I loved it all, man. I loved it all. Uh, you had like, alright, another time that I popped hard as hell was when Jake the Snake came out. When I was, because I've been watching Jake the Snake's little story with DDP and also Scott Hall, but I was popping harder for Jake just because he deserves it too, and he's done got so clean, and DDP has helped him and Scott so fucking much. So yeah, I popped like a motherfucker for all of them. Lita, Scott Hall, fucking all of them going into the rat. Yeah, that was awesome. Getting to see it, I can't say it no more. It was fucking awesome. Words can't really explain how fucking happy I am about going, especially the way that I ended up going. You know, Mick Foley just thinks me out the blue. He's like, hey, yo, bro, you want these 2 free tickets? Fucking right, dude. Like, then again, I've been thanking him so many times. I told him that personally, that really words can't explain how happy I am. And if you watch this, Mick, thank you very much. Again, there's so much. I loved every match. I don't really care what it was. I loved it, man. I loved it. That power bomb that Batista did, the fucking Daniel, and and Randy hits the RKO backwards on him or whatever. Y'all see Randy Orton come down that fucking monitor. Holy shit, dude, that monitor's getting fired. Tomorrow's gonna get fucking buried, son. But awesome event. I fucking loved it. I loved everything about it. And again, I thank Mick Foley so fucking much. Let's see, I don't know if we talk about, let's see, look through the pictures, Triple H's entrance. Yeah, so, actually, no, I didn't say anything about The Undertaker. That's what I mainly want to say, too. And we'll end with this. We'll end The Undertaker. Now, I love Brock Lesnar, and I love Undertaker. And I'm always cheering for Brock Lesnar and all of his matches that he's been in so far. But at the same time, I was like, nobody needs to beat the streak, right? So we're sitting there, we're watching this match. Everybody's fucking into it, right? We're sitting there watching. He hits that third F5, and the ref counts 1, 2, 3. Of course, it was a little bit faster than that. And nobody got up in my, like in my section. Like, we was all stunned as shit. Like, everybody was stunned as shit. Everybody's like, what the fuck? That was the end of the match. It's like, I didn't hear no ring bell. I didn't hear no announcer. It felt like time kind of just stopped because everybody was stunned as hell. I did not expect that. Nobody expects the streak to be broken. Really, nobody deserves it. But, Undertaker agreed to this, and Undertaker said yes. And seeing how he only wrestles once a year, and now the streak's over, you could probably bet that this is probably the end of the Undertaker's career. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Not at all. I love Undertaker. I'm just saying he's getting old. A lot of wrestlers do like to go out on their back because they can give respect and give, shit to the other wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Like, give respect to fucking Brock and like, here you go, I fucking this, A lot of wrestlers like to go out on their back. So that might be his last match. But you better believe if WWE says it's a retirement match, it's fake. He's gonna come back. But seeing as how it ended like that, it might be over. Of course, I think you're still gonna see him, but I still don't see him going out on his back against Brock Lesnar. I kind of see that setting up for at least one more match, but I don't really see him no more. It's like no more at WrestleMania. Like it wouldn't be the same. He can't come back. You're like, oh, start the streak again. Whatever. I don't fucking know. I love him. I love them both. I was stunned as shit. And as I stood up, I started looking at everybody else's face. And that was an experience on itself, man. Just looking at everybody's face and their jaws are just dropped. No boos, just what the fuck, just what the fuck. The boos didn't come until the fucking the Divas match started, because that was next. Then everybody started booing, because you should not have put that next. Undertaker's match should have been last, out of respect for Undertaker. Even though Daniel Bryan deserves all that shit, I still think Undertaker's match should have been last, and it should have been him, the last thing you see on WrestleMania 30. Like, kind of sad and thanking everybody with the confetti dropping on him. That's kind of how I think it should have happened. Even though Daniel Bryan deserves it, no doubt. But, damn it, man. That was an emotional roller coaster like a motherfucker. Just because, just being stunned like a motherfucker. I don't care what the fuck you say. Like, oh, I knew it was going to happen. You didn't know that was going to fucking happen. Nobody knew it was going to fucking happen. There's no reason why they probably fucking did it too. Because nobody thinks that he's going to get the streak broken at this time. If Triple H didn't think it did it in the second match, I didn't think it would happen. And holy shit, man. Holy fucking shit. That was some shit. I still haven't watched Raw yet. I'm like watching, in the middle of watching Raw right now. Of course, I started to do this video. But, Yeah, 'cause I missed it last night. I was fucking busy as shit. I've been busy this whole fucking weekend. I came home and me and Johnny, again, Johnny, I hope you watch this, bro. And I'm sorry. Fucking, me and him were doing a commentary about WrestleMania 30, and lightning struck my place and killed fucking the power, killed every fucking thing, bro. And it was like only this place too. Like people over there had lights, people over there had lights, people over there had lights. It just came and like killed our fucking transformer and shit. Like we have one out in the yard because there's motherfuckers that live behind us too, like way back there that get the same shit, so they had to run one down there. And so I'm pretty sure like this whole like line was just fucking out of power. But these dudes over here and these dudes over here, like everybody else around it, like what the fuck, man? So we didn't have power. Finally, we get power back on, and my modem's dead. So yeah, I had to deal with that. That's what happened, Johnny. I know I explained to you on Twitter, but again, I'm just saying in the commentary, my bad, bro. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, my WrestleMania 30, one hell of an event. I fucking loved it. It was a hell of an experience. I fucking thank Mick Foley so much, bro. So much. Words can't explain how happy I am. And yeah, dude, it was epic. It was so awesome. And I'm just going to end it on that. I loved it. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed this shit. And I'm out this bitch. Thank you, Mick.